Hey everyone, Free White Lights here. So today I thought we'd run through our most recent training session, maybe talk a little bit about what's going on and give a general update about our progress. So first of all, after completing a novice linear progression, we've now moved on to the Texas method. This is the intensity day, which is all about setting PRs, and as you can see, first up we've got squats. Our squat warm-up generally consists of beginning with an empty bar, moving on to 60 kilograms, 100 kilograms, and then one or two warm-up sets until we reach our working set weight. For Graham here, that's 137.5 kilograms. Given we're still relatively new into intermediate style programming, we're still working with fives at the moment, and so the intensity day for squats requires one top heavy set of 5 reps. I should point out at this stage that we've only been strength training for now 6 months. And I believe the weight in our first squat session was 80 kilograms. So obviously Graham's added 57.5 kilograms to his squat in just on 6 months. Moving on to my squats now, and one thing I want to point out here is that over the last few months I've been having some trouble with tendinitis in my right elbow, which I believe has been a result of an incorrect squat grip. Now there are plenty of videos available online detailing how to avoid this happening to you, so I won't go into detail here, but one thing that has certainly helped me is a consistent setup, and that begins with placing my middle finger on the inner ring of the bar and making sure that the bar itself is sat on the shelf formed by my rear delts before I walk the bar out. The weight here is 155 kilograms, which equals my 1 rep max. My novice linear progression on the squat actually ended at 145 kilograms, so when we decided to switch over to the Texas method, I did a slight reset and worked up each intensity day to the point where I am now. Looking back, I'm pretty pleased with how these appear. They certainly felt difficult enough when I was doing them, but viewing the video now, the bar still seems to be moving relatively fine. Cheeky little celebration there. So next up is the bench press, and an interesting thing about this with regards to the Texas method is that you are most likely going to move your squat over to Texas method style programming prior to anything else, and that was certainly our case with the bench press. Therefore, given we haven't been using this style of programming as long for the bench press as we have for the squat, we're still at the phase where we're working back up to our previous PRs that we finished the novice linear progression with. Graham's working with 74 kilograms here, which look nice and easy. As for me, we did a warm up with an empty bar, then we did 50 kilograms, 60 kilograms, 80 kilograms, 90 kilograms, and then the working set was 102 kilograms. You may have noticed in other videos that I've been experimenting recently with my grip width, sometimes using a wide grip, sometimes a slightly narrower grip. I seem to have settled on something in between, which is hopefully giving me the best of both worlds in terms of triceps and chest activation. And this is most likely the position I'll continue to use for the foreseeable future. As for the set itself, it was pretty tough, but I got all the reps in. Drum roll please! Here come the deadlifts. But before that, I just want to point out, our gym has had an upgrade recently and we're working in a new area of the gym with new weights and a new bar. And one thing about this bar, it's a little bit thinner than other bars we've used previously, and the weights do tend to turn the bar mid-set, which is an added element to contend with. There's 162.5 kilograms on the bar. Graham's going for 5 reps. We're currently only deadlifting once a week, and what we've found is that the volume squats on a Monday are helping to drive the deadlift up on a Friday without any additional training being needed. Bit of a hitch going on with this rep here, but he gets it in the end, and that's all that counts. Just checking there's no fake weights here. Yep, that all seems fine. So there's 172.5 kilograms on the bar. And no, I've not nodded off here, I'm just psyching myself up ready for the lift. I've never been happy with my deadlift setup. I don't feel like I quite set my back well enough, and looking at this video it seems that my hips are pretty low as well, so that's definitely something to work on in future. Having said that, given the new bar and it twisting around with the weights as I pointed out earlier, I was pretty happy that I got 5 reps in here with an unbroken grip, and maybe only the last rep coming up where there was a slight hitch just there, but I can live with that. And finally, with all the heavy stuff done, we're on to curls. In recent times we've taken to doing our curls out of the squat rack, and there's a reason for this. The reason being that we've noticed when you do curls off the floor with a normal barbell, it's often difficult to get the right grip with your hands, and you find yourself jiggling the bar about in your hands prior to starting the set. And so the advantage of taking the bar out of the rack at a higher height is that you can really get a better grip as a starting position, so there's less fuss beginning the set. So that was Graham's first set. He was using 41 kilograms. Onto my first set, I'm using 39 kilograms here. Graham's slightly ahead of me in terms of weight because I've stalled a few times as we've been trying to increase the weight session on session. But over the last week or two, these have started to feel a lot better, and I wouldn't say this was comfortable, but I was certainly in no danger of failing there. And so there we go, all the reps are in. If you've been keeping count here, you'll see that we're doing 8 reps each time, and that's on purpose. So we're doing 3 sets of 8 each. And the reason for the slightly higher rep range is that obviously this is an assistance exercise. It's not one of the main exercises that we do. And so we don't mind just getting in a little bit extra volume in terms of reps per set. So after the first set, me and Graham spoke, and he was conscious of the fact that he was arching slightly in his first set, so he made a concerted effort here to try not arch in the same way, and that was a marked improvement on the first set in my opinion. My second set. So I should point out here that obviously we've stopped the recording in between sets, but we're having up to 10 minutes rest between sets, even on assistance exercises like the bicep curls. Previously, when we've done other styles of training, we've rested only a minute, 2 minutes at the most maybe, and got straight back in to the next set. What we found when we do that is it's difficult to carry the weight across all the sets. You're often fatigued due to the lack of rest and are forced to drop the weight down in subsequent sets. But by having the same level of rest, 8 to 10 minutes as we are doing between our heavy sets on the compound exercises, we're finding that we are fully refreshed and able on the whole to get the next set out with the same number of reps and the same weight. So here's Graham again with 41 kilograms. You can see it's a huge effort, but he's got there, he's got all the reps in. Now the pressure was on here, final set. Graham had done all of his reps across the whole workout. I'd done all of mine across the whole workout. And in other weeks I failed on the third set of bicep curls, so I was determined not to do that this time. You can see from my face it's a hard effort, but I was determined to complete the set. And as I finish off here, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. See you soon.